Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. This is another video like my like my previous ones. This is another part of my evolution of music. This is also almost kind of like a standalone one, kind of like the punk one. This is just something that's separate from everything else, but I just feel kind of deserves its own video because it doesn't really fit in anywhere else. This is soundtracks. Soundtracks are actually the reason I got the reason I got into vinyl. There were all these great soundtracks coming out just on vinyl. There were no CDs of them or anything, and it was really kind of irritating. So I jumped back into vinyl, so it was literally the reason I became a vinyl collector again. So we'll start off with this was a grail item for me. This is one that it was for sale. It's sold out. They repressed it. Repress is sold out. Eventually it came up on sale again. So I picked it up the first chance I got, and that is the It soundtrack from the original miniseries. A 3 LP set on yellow, blue, and red vinyl, like balloon colors, loaded for bear. This is from is it Waxwork? Yeah, from Waxwork. It's such a good soundtrack. Honestly, to this day, if it's raining outside, I like having the soundtrack on. It just works. So good. And like I said, this was one of the reasons I became a vinyl collector, so I could get editions like this. Next, we have also from Waxwork. This is the Profondo Rosso soundtrack, aka Deep Red from Goblin. Oh man, what can you say about Goblin that hasn't been said already? I first heard this soundtrack back when I first saw Deep Red, which was on VHS. It was a VHS from Anchor Bay, if I remember, had a clamshell case. And I remember thinking, like, this music is phenomenal. And I remember looking into it at the time and finding out, like, oh yeah, this band Goblin, you can't find any Goblin albums, I couldn't. But then, when this particular edition came up on sale, I got this at the same time as my It vinyl there. And it was on sale. Beautiful edition. And all on this kind of like blood splatter. It just says colored vinyl. It doesn't really have a name, but it's a really solid release. I love this score. This score is phenomenal, and it's just awesome. Next is an album. This will come as no surprise to anyone who's watched my channel for a long time. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have a collection of this movie, and that's Dune. The original soundtrack. This particular cover, I did a whole video a bit back showing how to repair covers. This is one of the ones I did it on because this was a heavily water-damaged cover. But the vinyl was mint, and it's just awesome. I love this soundtrack. Honestly, you can put this on without, just in the background, and it's awesome. You can never get sick of it. Honestly, I believe that. Next is another one you can never get sick of. Star Wars. This is an OG press of the original Star Wars soundtrack. Performed by the London Symphony Orchestra. It's so good. It's Star Wars. What can I say? John Williams just does like the best scores. It's like the law. Like if someone said, okay, you have to make the best score ever, you call John Williams. It's just a given. And it's so good. I have this, and I have Empire Strikes Back on vinyl. I also have The Last Jedi on vinyl. Movie sucks. Soundtrack would have been good if Disney hadn't screwed it up and sent out defective records to everybody and never replaced them. Yeah, think about it. And last up, I put this under soundtracks. Does it really mean to be under soundtracks? I don't know. This is the War of the Worlds, the musical, by, what's his name, Jeff Wayne. I love this album. It's so good. And honestly, if you want a great time, just go on YouTube, type in, War of the Worlds musical, and search for, which one is it? Thunderchild. And just watch it. It's awesome. Everything about this album is awesome. This is an album I have bought and sent to people. My buddy Will up in Quebec, he didn't even know this existed. I found him a copy and I sent it because everyone needs to know about this album. It's that good. So yeah, just saying. So, that's it for now. See you next time.